Hey everybody, it's me Edward Jones back with a new video. Church versus state. I just got done watching a video by Southern Prepper One entitled "Our Country Is Doomed," and he made a lot of good points. A lot of points that I do agree with and I do support. One thing he pointed out towards the end that spoke to me because at a certain point in my life um, I kind of realized that the reason why a lot of things are the way they are, and he stated in his video, is because churches aren't doing their job. Um, Now, I'm one who finds it kind of difficult to go to church, not because I don't believe in Christ. That's not the reason why, but the reason why I find it difficult to go to church is because it seems that the church and the state are in bed with each other. And there was someone who put up something on Facebook about uh, should churches get taxed, and some people agree. Some people said that yeah, because of they shouldn't be treated any differently from anyone else. And I said yes, they should be taxed, but not for the reason why you think. I think they should be taxed. I think they should be. Excuse me, I have my nose is itching right now. I believe churches should be taxed to get them off their asses because I think it's tax exempt status, and he in Southern Prepper One he said he mentioned in his video, and it's something I want to talk about in mine. This tax exempt status to maintain it seems like to maintain this tax exempt status, you cannot say anything or nothing can be said in a church that can be seen as extreme, or can be seen as what's the word I'm thinking of? Basically, I guess insidious, or seditious. Maybe I guess that's the word I'm thinking of. So I think a lot of churches they don't preach they don't preach the full truth about how people are to live their lives out of fear of losing that status. And I actually think I think that's like a leash. Um, it's like a leash that the state has on churches. If anything, I believe if the Bible is taught in its entirety, or if it's at least in terms of in terms of civic life, in terms of civic duty, the is this really is that the church would stand in direct the church should stand in direct opposition of how the state conducts itself, from local, state, federal, because a lot of things are done through either coercion or aggression, and that is not the route that is not something the church should ever co-sign on. That's something that churches should not go along, something they shouldn't be silent about. Um, you know, and it's not to say that the state has to spread the gospel, um, but the things that the state does, the church can't stay silent about it, and and go along to get along, and to get that money, be able to hold on to their money. Also, try, and as Southern Prepper One said, to hold on to their members. Because if they start preaching something that's uncomfortable, which yeah, you know, the word is uncomfortable because it because it proves to you that you're not perfect and that you're messed up and that you need something bigger in your life. But trust me, the state is something that's something you do not want to be in the forefront of your life, to be the motivation to why you do certain things. And I see that as a problem with today's churches. They don't challenge, especially when they get behind political candidates, um, who are obviously full of it. Yeah, let's be real. They can't. Are they sincere that a lot of people that they stand behind are going to actually do things um, that are completely parallel with the teaching of Christ. You know, it's it's mind-boggling. In fact, I remember when Ron Paul, when he was in South Carolina, he got booed after saying, basically, it's preaching what Christ preached, as far as treatment of others, and he was referring to foreign policy, and he was booed, and I was surprised, like, wow, in South Carolina, you can get booed for saying that on stage, while a lot of people they do the hurrah hurrah for anyone who wants to um, push along this route of continuous war. I can't. You can't fully blame the state for the direction it's going in. I'd say blame the church, because all government is an offshoot of the direction society is going in. And you want to know what direction, if you want to, if you want to know which way the state's going to go, look at how society is conducted. Look at where its morals are. Um, and then you'll see it. You can give a pretty good estimate as to how government affairs are conducted. If corruption is not preached against in the church, it's gonna go on in business, and it's gonna go on in how the state conducts itself. Um, the importance of the family, if that's not preached, then you can expect that kind of behavior to be reflected through how the state is conducted, how the state conducts itself. Um, and its treatment of families, and its treatment of just people in general. Um, yes, I think at this point churches need to be taxed heavily, um, because it get them off. Like I said, get them off their asses. Show them that their job is bigger than a promise of not having of tax exempt status. It's way bigger than that. Um, this gift of liberty that we were given is something that cannot be taken lightly, and it's something that like I said, that churches are taking for granted. Um, they use just basically they use, and through that status, they tickle their members' ears. They tell them what they want to hear so that they can get money from them for another Sunday. But they don't tell them the things that they don't want to hear. They don't tell them how screwed up they are, how screwed up the country is, and they won't take respons and they won't take they're not going to take responsibility for it, because they are they are in part responsible. Like I said, it's something. It's I mean I've butt heads with people who I butt heads with a few with one leader in particular about how the government conducts its affairs with the public, and it's almost like he doesn't want. It's almost like the person didn't want to accept the fact that it's screwed up, because things haven't the right messages, have the proper messages, the correct message has not been preached. That the world hated Christ. And trust me, the government is a worldly is in a sense is a worldly construct. So in order to control it, is going to take a public that knows what it is, knows how dangerous it is, and knows how how that beast has to be tamed, because it's something that we have to tame within ourselves first. And there's another thing: if churches aren't preaching self-control, you're going to see that in government. You're going to see that kind of behavior conducted in government affairs. So yeah, they need to get off their asses. I think them being taxed will wake them up to show them that the state's not their friend. It never was their friend. It never will be their friend. It should always be looked at. It should always be suspicious of. Um, but like I said, I want this is a video. I guess in a sense, a video response to Southern Pepper One's video. Our country is doomed. And I don't think it's necessarily our country is doomed, but our society is not headed in the right path. You know, it's headed in the wrong path, but it can't. It's never too late to turn back around. At least in this instance, it's not too late to turn back around, but it's going to take a lot of work. And one thing I encourage that any young people that you know, talk to them. Um, you want to change the direction of a country, talk to young people. That's why I do this channel. That's why I have this channel, because I want to help young people to be able to take better care of themselves. Because I don't like what's going on. I don't like what's head down the road. I just had my birthday was just passed. I'm 26, and I do have concern for people around my age and people much younger. I have a few that I keep in contact with because I don't like the direction things are going. And so in our conversations, I try to correct things, any misconceptions that they may have. And if they don't understand, I ask them to, check it out for themselves. Um, Especially things concerning churches, concerning how they are conducting themselves. I won't say the church is doomed. This is not doomed, but it needs to get its act together because there are bigger things at stake than lost membership, taxism status, and the church building not getting bigger. There are bigger things on the line, you know. But like I said, I want to do this video after watching that. Please share your comments. I'd like to hear what your thoughts are. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Do you think we're heading in the right direction? Do you think we're heading in the wrong direction? Do you think we're not heading in any direction? If we're just spinning, spinning, I've been spinning in one spot. Please, make a video response, leave comments, any personal messages. You can send me a PM. Any gripes, complaints. You know the drill. Send me a PM. I'll see if I can address them. But that's my video. Church versus state. I just came up with this title. I'm Edward Jones, and you have a blessed day.